This is the Blairing Out with Eric Blair show, and today we're at the 10th annual Tony Hawk Foundation Stand Up for Skate Parks event.
You're consistent, that's what I can say.
Thank you very much. So are you. Give a shout out to Tony Hawk. Tell me all the great things about him and this event.
Well, what's great is you don't have to really fluff anything or blow any smoke up piney holes when you talk about Tony Hawk, because he truly is an unbelievable human being. I mean, his heart and what he's all about is it's profound. Not only his skill in skateboarding, but what he's done. This is incredible. This is a dream come true, not only for him, but this would be my dream come true if I were Tony Hawk. You know, I mean, I love Tony Hawk. Always have, since the old school days, and now, and being on the board this year it's an honor, and this whole foundation, it's just incredible. I'm so happy that our world found a voice for this.
As far as what are your duties as being on the board for the Tony Hawk Stand Up for Skate Parks?
Oh, you basically want to cause awareness. You know, use any fan base or any social media or any outlets you have with anybody tuning in to cause awareness for the foundation.
In your travels, do you ever see areas where you think a skate park would be great here, and you reach out to Tony and go, hey Tony, I've seen a couple places that I think would be great?
Yeah, I see it all the time. I'm actually got a couple spots I'm going to talk to him about today.
Really?
Yeah, I have a really good idea and a couple spots that I think could use his help, and it would just be the most perfect salvation for the community.
Why do you think skateboarding is able to turn around people's lives?
I'll tell you what skateboarding does. It empowers you to be yourself, and there is no bar. If you're a beginner, if you're a veteran, everybody that has a session together respects each other, and they love what each other's doing because of their passion for it and their effort. And it's all about broing out and just being a part of a session. It's everyone's rooting everyone on. It's not if anyone's better than the other. And that camaraderie and that respect it's like no other sport that I've ever seen. And I didn't even consider skateboarding a sport when I got into skateboarding, but I guess it's become a sport, you know. And I think that's something really special about skateboarding. I can hold my own in a very small area of tricks and things on the ramp, but when you're skating with incredible guys who are just killing it, they know your ability. They sense it, and when you pull off something or you get something done within your parameters, they're cheering you on, they're rooting it because they know that was an accomplishment for you. And that's what skateboarding is.
Now, you just did a duet with Billy Ray Cyrus the other night on the Arsenio Hall show. Tell me how that came about.
A mutual friend of ours introduced us, and I went over to Billy's house and listened to the song from his side project, Brother Clyde. And I got to say, I fell in love with him as a person. He's a great guy. And really just tuned in his spirit, and he was like, hey, we're going to go on the show tomorrow if you want to. I'm like, oh my God, I don't know, that's crazy, but and you know what, I really like you, and I'm down with it. I want to do it, and if it's something you want me to do, and I don't know, it just happens so fast. I love this guy Billy Ray Cyrus. He's something special, man. He really is something special.
What did you think of Miley Cyrus's performance at the VMAs?
I think she did what she wanted to do, and she got the results she wanted to get, and I haven't thought too much about it. I just keep getting asked about it all the time, so it's working.
Well, don't you think a lot of people in the entertainment business are just really misunderstood because they're not in that person's shoes?
Unfortunately, the artists in the entertainment business, we're giving ammunition to everyone circling around the talent. You know, it's ammunition. So everything you do is ammunition, whether it's just giving a song, not doing press, doing something outrageous, doing something boring and down the middle. It's all ammunition. So, you know, sometimes you just want to be heard, and there's nothing wrong with someone coming of age like Miley Cyrus, just feeling she needs to express herself. Heavy is her head, you know, that comes from the Hannah Montana thing. She's probably wearing it way more than anyone's thinking about it and thinking, you know, I'm leaving that behind. This is what I want to do, and I respect that. You know, we all have our own ways, to each their own, and you know, obviously my rise wasn't as graceful as it could have been for a kid from a farm. You know, some choices I made, I look back and go, God, if I could have just waited to grow up a little more, I might do something a little different. But in the moment, what's great is you go with your heart and your gut, and that's what she's doing. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Now, you got signed to Lil Wayne's label last year.
Did your homework.
Yeah, I know about you, man.
Damn, dog.
I want to know. Now, I know that this album is taking a while to come out. You guys must be really working hard on it. And tell me about that.
Yeah, you know what? It's been the first time in 15 years that we've been empowered to actually be Limp Bizkit, do what we do together. We love playing live together. We love making music, but we don't like having someone pushing us to follow up a single or a certain type of song or fit in a format that's not alive anyway. It's like being relevant. What's ring relevant? We've been there, we've done that. We're happy to have a voice in the world. We're not trying. We were on top of the mountain. It was lonely, it was cold. We spent a minute there right on that peak, and we're now down on the side where we should be, enjoying ourselves, breathing normal. And so it's just we went in and made the super raw record. We're just taking our time because we're doing it ourselves. We're not going in crazy studios spending stupid money. We're just making it. It's raw. And literally just having so much time to make sure we love it instead of making sure someone else loves it. And that's harder sometimes.
Are you enjoying the process? How much are you enjoying it? Do you have strong camaraderie right now with the other amazing musicians in Limp Bizkit?
First time ever, the camaraderie's at an all-time high. We were business at first. I had a vision. I knew what I wanted to be. I had some songs written. I put a band together of talented guys who could pull it off. They trusted me. They were a lot younger than me. They followed me into a fire. And through time, through an incredible saga and peaks and valleys, we've actually come to a place where we've learned to enjoy each other as friends. And now we're finally friends for the first time. It's a completely different dynamic. It's, I get cold chills when I talk about it. It's really special.
Do you think that's maturity as a man?
Yeah, I think so. I think evolution as a man. I think the linear growth of somebody would hopefully be overshadowed by your exponential growth at some point in your life, and that's happened for me. Exponential growth is on a steep incline over the last few years, and I think it's for me and Wes both. Two guys who are very creative to be able to call each other when we have problems and talk about normal things. So it's amazing.
And then, what do you think of Korn, the reformation of Korn with Head and all? I mean, Head essentially is back in the band now, so a lot of people are celebrating this fact. What do you think?
Dude, I knew it was happening. It had to happen, right?
Yeah.
Head is such a good guy. The guys in Korn, they're such bros, and Head just needed to go do what he needed to do for himself, and he's accepted that he's Head from Korn. Just like when Wes needed to go do what he needed to do for himself, no matter what he's doing, it's Wes from Limp Bizkit.
Yeah.
And it's the elephant in the room that's no longer needed to be ignored. And I'm really happy for those guys. I mean, I personally like Head a lot.
Yeah, he's awesome.
He's a good dude.
Well, his life has been a witness to the other people's lives, and all of the guys are pretty much grown up because of what he's done, I believe.
I think so. I think he has led the way. He's pioneered their evolution as a band. I mean, I think you're right. You nailed it. I think Head is the catalyst here.
And then Fred, any song titles yet from the new album?
Yeah, they're all working titles, so I don't know if I'm going to change them. Yeah. There's there's their crazy titles. Like there's this working title called Monster, and this one called AC/DC, and this other one called oh man, there's so many. So they're going to change for sure. Yeah.
Fred, I'd love to talk to you forever, man, but I got to let you get in there. No problem. You're the man. God bless you.
See you guys later.
The Blairing Out Show.